And good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday morning. Welcome back to another show of comic book memories.
How's everybody doing?
How you doing? How you doing, brother?
Oh, I could be better, man. It's cold or crud or whatever it is. It's hanging on. So we'll see.
I think the doctor prescribed a couple hours of comics.
Hey, that never hurts, all right?
Right.
Helps me anyway.
So, did you do anything fun other than be under the weather the week or?
Well, like we were talking earlier, I was like going through some long boxes, and I did a couple of videos last night of some post Bronze Age stuff, and found all kinds of goodies that actually hadn't forgot about. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know that was in this box, and pulled out some good stuff. Of course, you have to read through some of it. It's a it's
Cool.
like a drug or something, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta fix my camera. It's not cooperating this morning. There we go. But yeah, I didn't do too much this past week. Did get to stop at the mall again and go to one of my favorite places, Full Moon Collectibles. So we like to stop there, and I'll just show them real quick. I picked up a replacement for my Ronnie Millsap album. I love Ronnie Millsap.
There you go.
This was one of my favorite albums. Yeah, one of my favorite albums in the 70s. I lent it to some friends of mine, and they wound up leaving it in the window where the sun could get to it and warp the record. So I finally got a good one. So another one. So, and then I know you'll be surprised. Everybody's going to be surprised that this one is, I picked this one up.
Oh, that's cool. That's great.
I mean, that screams late 60s, early 70s. I mean, that's just awesome. Yeah. So it was there for several weeks, if not a couple of months. And each time I looked at it, it said, I'm going to get it. 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 Well, I finally pulled the trigger on it. Oh. And then I pulled the trigger on another first for me. This is my first pulp.
Oh, cool.
It is Private Detective. I think this is number 6. I'm not sure if I remember correctly. Real quickly. So, yeah, I hadn't had any of those. Yeah, no, number 5. It's from April 1943.
Oh, wow. So, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I figured I'd get one. It's pretty neat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm anxious to read some of the stories in it. It's not in, perfect condition or everything, but hey, it's from 1943, So I thought, well, that'll be.
I think Higgy would probably.
What's that?
I think Higgy would probably give that one a whoa. I think Higgy would probably give that one a whoa plus.
I think you're probably right. Oh, I was trying to think of. Oh, the other stuff I picked up was I picked up some more Rocketeer wax packs, and then he threw in some the Shadow wax packs.
Oh, cool.
And one of the Women of Star Trek, which I've never seen any of those before, so
I haven't either.
And then this one here is right up our alley. It's called Defective Comics, and it's like a square box. And what it is like wacky packs for comics.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah, I
if
would
I'm
have picked
doing it.
it. Yeah, I would have picked that one up too.
So I'd say, oh, that's just interesting because I've never seen those before. So it contains 50, contains all 50 cards. It looks like it says. So, or maybe that not all 50. Maybe that's all that they made. But so I says that'll be interesting. So, but and then I think that was all I picked up this week. So,
Cool.
but well, what do you say? Should we open up the gates and let the peanut gallery loose? All right, here we go. And good morning to the ever-loving peanut gallery. How you guys doing today?
Hey guys.
All righty, let's see. And starting us off as always, Easy Comic Reader. He says he hopes you're feeling better. He says today's offering is based on I Walk the Line. Great song. First verse by the great Johnny Cash. I noticed that this morning, first thing, so I worked on it a little bit here. And hopefully I can do you justice. So, ready? Here we go. Hold on, let me get a drink of water here. All right. I keep a close watch on this this list of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep a looking for deals to find. They'll be mine. Shop's open till 9. There we go. I love Johnny Cash. I love that song.
That's cool.
All right. You feel up to doing some, or you want me to take them, or what you feel up
I'm
to?
probably going to have to say my voice. I think we're lagging and we're stepping all over each other here. So you can go ahead and take them.
All righty, sir. And we got Dr. Vonchilla. He says, howdy, y'all. Happy autumn. Well, happy autumn to you too, Dr. Vonchilla. And thank you for hanging out with us again on Saturday morning, as always. Love to see you in the chat, in the peanut gallery. And Mark Siniard, the average superhuman. He says, good morning. And Lady M, Maranya is here again this morning. Hey, Maranya, great to have you with us again. She says, good morning to all you wonderful nutty members of the Peanut Gallery. And she says, good morning, Rod and Shannon. Hope you're feeling better, Shannon. Yes, we hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm trying.
Yeah. Oh, we've all been there. We know what it's like to be under the weather, man. It's hard. Maranya also says, and good morning to the super sunny nuts of the day out there. There we go. And she also says, hey, John, what's the Pauline report for today? Yes. The Pauline report. Dr. Vonchilla says, chilly, rainy here in South Central PA. Pauline is going from window to window, fascinated by it all. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Love to hear what's going on with Pauline. Hippies Collectibles is here. Excelsior. true believers, he says. Great to have you with us, Tom. And Dr. Vanchilla says, just wait until we turn the heat on. And she discovers the joy of lying on top of the radiators. It's gonna rock her world, he says, laughing out loud. And Michael Taylor says hello to Doc and Shannon. And Lady M says, that and sun puddles will recharge Pauline's batteries, so watch out for that, John. Very true. Our cats love to find the sun puddles. That's awesome. Dr. Vanchilla also says, howdy, Easy, Mark, Maranya, Tom, and Michael. He got everybody in there. Great to have you with us again, John. And Mark sitting here said, good morning, Dr. Vanchilla. Easy Comic Rita says, howdy, 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 John. And Hippies Collectibles says, hiya, hiya, John. And Hippies Collectibles also says, come on, get happy. There you go. There you go. Right there. There we go. I just picked this up. I was just showing the Shannon this before we went on the air. Just picked this up the other day. So... And Easy Comic Reader says, love me some Ronnie Millsap. Oh, cool. Love it. Yeah, Ronnie Mill. I don't know something about his music. I really love his music, man. Always have since the mid 70s. So love me some Ronnie Millsap. Dr. Vanchilla says, free shopping bag inside. Yeah. You know what? I didn't even look to see if that was still in there. Probably not. I don't think it's in there, but. And Michael Taylor says Millsap had a great voice. Yes, I always thought so. Just one of those. He never was like a big name superstar. At least I never thought he was a big name superstar, even though I thought he was a big name superstar. But I don't think he got the love that some of the much bigger names got.
No, he was big enough.
Yeah, I loved it. I got a couple of his albums and stuff, so I really enjoyed his work. Hippies Collectible says, nice pulp. I have a couple of the Shadow pulps, early 40s. Oh, yeah. See, yeah, that was my first one. I don't know if it's a rabbit hole I'm going to go down, but for what it was cost, I said, you know what? I'll take a shot, and I'd like to have one for my collection to know what I'm talking about when I talk about pulps. And Lady M says the free shopping bag is how they got moms to buy that Partridge Family album for their kids. Yeah, no doubt. Dr. Vanchilla says, for good or ill, pulps are another rabbit hole I never went down. Yep, I hear you. I mean, pulps seem to be coming on here lately in the collecting field. I mean, I'm sure they were always part of it. I can remember seeing some at some early cons that I went to, but it seems like they have a little bit of a resurgence.
Yeah, I think in the last 15 or 20 years, I mean, you really see a whole lot. There's a lot more recognition of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty neat. I'd love to get some of those. What is it? The spider? I'd love to get some of those. I like that character. So, and the Jackson Roy Kirk is with us again this morning. Good morning, Jackson. Great to have you with us again, as always. Thank you, sir, for spending your Saturday with us. As well as Quite Enough Sayer is here. Hey, Jackson. Good morning to all, he says, and good morning to you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Dr. Vanchilla says, howdy, Jackson. And Mark Signard saying hi to everybody. Hippies Collectible says, Peanut Gallery is warming up. Yes, sir. And Comic Book Curator 68. Jeff, great to have you with us this morning. Thanks for hanging out, buddy.
Good morning, Jeff.
Dr. Von Chilla, QNS is in the house. Everything is officially under control. And Maranya says, I've got some grits on the stove a-cooking for my other Saturday morning tradition. And Michael Taylor says, Come On, Get Happy is one of my favorite theme songs. I mean, how do you not like it? It's just a happy, snappy tune. Makes you feel happy. And the professor is in the house. Eric Breen, great to have you with us, Eric. Thanks for swinging by, everybody. Greeting, folks. Maranya and I are taking a break from last night's reading that I think is still going on to you. Oh, hold on a second here. Let's see. I unplugged my computer by mistake here, so there we go. I just had the thing come up saying, your computer is running low. And it's like, what? What is that about? And Charles Mardane is with us again this morning. Thank you, Charles. Great to have you with us, sir. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Saturday morning once again. Mike Taylor says, nice stuff, Doc, especially that pulp. Yes, sir. Like I said, it's my very first one, so we'll see if there are more to come. I don't know if there are. Takes money away from comics, He says, bravo, Rod. Well, thank you, sir. Lady M says, that is the reading that will never, ever end, Eric. I have not seen it yet. I'll probably watch the replay today. So do I have to set aside, the entire afternoon? Is that what you guys are telling me? Comic Book Curator 68, don't think the water helped face blue. Don't think the water helped. Face blue smiling. Easy Comic Reader, bravo, Doc. Well, thank you, sir. And Michael Taylor says, very good, ECR. I like it. Yeah. Always love the way he starts us off with our little musical interlude every week. Greatly appreciate it, as always. Michael Taylor says, very good, ECA. I like it. And Dr. Von Chilla says, along with that of my parents, my sisters, and the Beatles, Johnny Cash's voice is among the first I ever remember hearing.
Yeah, that's pretty similar to me.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Johnny Cash being played a lot in my house. I know my wife's was the same way. Her dad and mom were big Johnny Cash fans. So, yeah, there's a lot of love for Johnny Cash in this house. That's for sure. Easy Comic Reader says, thanks, Michael. Michael says, hello to everybody in the Peanut Gallery. Yeah. He says, you're welcome, ECR, says Michael. And Charles Mardanes says, great to be here from the start and not playing catch up. Well, we appreciate you getting up and sharing your Saturday morning with us, Charles. Really do. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And Michael Taylor says, hello, Dr. Von Chilla. Charles says, I keep a close watch on these books of mine. Yes, sir. How true is that for all of us, right? And Dave from Spinner Rack Studios, good morning. He says, good morning, everybody. Good morning to you, Dave. Thanks for hanging out with us again on a Saturday morning. It's nice and sunny up out here. Hopefully it's the same weather for all you guys, wherever you are. Dr. Von Chilla says, howdy, Charles. Howdy, Spinner Rack. Jackson Roy Kirk says, uh-oh, it must be lunchtime. Spinner Rack is here. Uh-oh. Spinner Rack says, TJR, I am only 13 minutes late. Hey, Dr. Von Chilla. And Dr. Von Chilla says, when my old friend David worked for Steranko, he would spend hours and hours touching up the covers to Jim's legendary pulp collection with watercolor pencils. Really? Oh,
yeah,
that's neat.
I had a conversation with John this week, and he was, I don't know if this was this conversation or another conversation. He's telling me about his buddy that worked for Steranko. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, That's just you wouldn't think of anything like that. Somebody would be touching up the pulp collection. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I
it
like
is.
it. Wow. Thank you for that. Quite enough Sayer says, Dr. Von Chilla, do a video of your blazer collection. I mean threads, not comics. What? LOL, he says. Yeah. John's done quite a number of videos over the years, and boy, if you ever get to his channel, I hope you guys do and check him out if you haven't. A lot of great stuff on there. Yeah, double thumbs up. A lot of great stuff on there. All those, of course, the eye candy ones are awesome. They're all awesome, but the other ones I like were the ones where he used to do the theme on the color. Um, where you did the color theme, John. I love those ones too, because you don't realize it. You never think about it. Oh, it's orange color covers, and then you think, geez, I don't remember a lot of orange covers. And then you start seeing your collection of orange and it's like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then there's also those ones where you go, oh, I really like that one. I gotta hunt that down. Dr. Montilla says, so if you ever buy a Steranko pulp, be aware it's probably going to be restored. Michael Taylor says, speaking of pulps, it's Weird Tales 100th anniversary.
Cool.
Yeah, I did not know that. Thank you for that little tidbit. And Lady M says, the first reading, X-Men, was a little over an hour. The Fantastic Four reading after that was a bit over 2 hours. Oh, holy smoke. Yeah, that was the giant size. What was it, number 8? Annual. It's one of my favorite Fantastic Four ones. Dr. Von Chilla says, I shook Johnny Cash's hands in the summer of 1990 at the Hershey Park Amphitheater while he was singing I Walk the Line. Oh, well, then that was perfect for the song to open up today, right? That worked out perfect. Cool. Michael Taylor says, wow, Dr. Von Chilla, your friend worked for Steranko. Very cool. Absolutely. Mike Taylor says, I wonder if he got any Steranko autos along the way, autographs. Could be. All right. Well, that catches us up with the ever-loving Peanut Gallery this morning so far. So how you want to do it, Shannon? You want to start off and do a little bit, or?
Yeah, I can start off.
Okie dokie. I'm going to put you on the spotlight, brother. Here you go.
Hey guys, sorry right off the bat. I want to apologize for my voice. I thought it would be better by today, but it's still giving me trouble. I did a couple of videos last night and posted them, and by the middle of one of those, my voice was already starting to fade away. So apologies for that. Here's a couple things I showed in a video last night. One I just got in the mail a couple of days ago, but I showed this on Captain Strangelife's 14th year anniversary on YouTube, and the author was there on the stream, George Curry. And I'd always said, well, I'm going to get that book. And I'd kind of forgot about it, and they brought it back to my mind. So I finally picked up a copy, Comic Book Fever.
Nice.
Celebration of Comics from 76 to 86. Got an Alex Ross cover, and 76 to 86 was like my golden age, you know. Probably might have started a few years before that, but that was like when I was like, every spare penny I had, I was buying comics with it. But it's just, there's a bunch of stuff in here. You know, you got some Kung Fu stuff. And we got Treasuries.
Oh, wow.
Spider-Man. Or Snyder-Man, whatever that was. Got an article on Elf Quest.
Elf Quest.
Yep. Article about Neil Adams. They got what they call some icon pages where they're spotlight artists. So very cool stuff. I think probably some of you guys have heard of this Adams guy, right? I think Rod has.
Yes, I've got a couple of things by him, I think. I'm not sure. Oh, great stuff, man. Great stuff.
Kind of article on the limited series and when they started.
Oh, wow.
Just a bunch of great stuff. Here's one of the icon pages, John Mishima.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing on the human fly. So a little something for everybody. If you're a kid from the 70s. And this one just came in the mail a couple days ago. I didn't know it existed. And I saw a picture of it on a Facebook group I'm in. I never was into role playing games, but I always thought the source books were pretty cool. Sort of like a who's who about the characters in it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a nice Tom Grummett cover. And this is, like I say, basically who's who, like the Golden Age and
Yeah.
All-Star Squadron, Infinity Incorporated.
That
Anybody
is
role
cool.
playing games, they got all the power levels and all the information you need to play. So I thought it was a pretty cool book. And I'm a big JSA freak, and I know Rod is too, and
Yeah.
Iggy and Steve and a lot of other guys. So I thought this was pretty neat. Here's like a diagram of the All-Star Squadron headquarters.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot of cool stuff. So it was a good pickup for the JSA collection.
Well, already gonna write down the first thing to put in my hunt list.
I've been going. I told Rod and some other people already know. I've been going through some long boxes over here, like post Bronze Age stuff. I guess Copper Age to Modern Age, and kind of going through and trying to semi-organize it. But I've been having a ball going through these books I forgot about. Some I didn't forget about, but I just hadn't seen them in a while. So I pulled out some Detective Comics.
Mm.
That is 581. Here is 572. 50-year anniversary.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes. Nice book. Here is Detective 575 through 578, Batman Year 2.
Yep.
Alan Davis doing the art. Here's a Todd McFarlane cover. Very cool.
Good stuff.
And this one, I think they kind of ripped off Frank Miller on this one. Everybody remembers the Daredevil cover.
Daredevil, right?
Yeah. But hey, the art's not too bad. You got Mike Barr and you got Todd McFarlane and Alfredo Alcala on the art. So I think you probably heard of those guys. Another great McFarlane cover. Part 4 of that story.
Yeah. I remember it.
And let's pull these out here. Some of these are like still in the bags where I bought like lots. I'm sure I've read them, but anyway, who remembers Ambush Bug? Get where I'm going here. So here's Son of Ambush Bug. I know Dr. Von Chill is a fan. Keith Giffen goofiness there. Number 2.
Neat.
3.
Oh, a little homage to
A little homage to
Flash.
23. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Number 4. Number 5. And number 6.
That's a Flash cover too.
Or it's Flat or Spider-Man, yeah.
I know. It looked very familiar to a Flash Silver Age one. Yeah.
And found a couple of books of note in that box. Batman finds out who the Red Hood is. And X-Men 266, First Gambit.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Wow.
And in honor of Rod's opening placard there, we got some OMAC action going on. One Man Army Corps. One. My favorite issue of OMAC with Mr. Big. This is like the first issue I picked up, and I think one of my cousins had a cousin that ran a little mom and pop store, and this was, they just like had a little pile of comics, and this was on top, so that was like the first one I read. Just Jack Kirby goodness.
Cool.
Number 3. I heard somebody talking on a video, I can't remember what it was, talking about OMAC's design and like the big mohawk thing, and they said, well, that kind of looks like Jack was trying to be hip, or I said maybe that's a ripoff of the Gladiator from Marvel. I don't think the Gladiator was even around then. Might not have been, I'm not sure. But to me, I always, and I'd heard some other people say this too, like Ares, the god of war, and like you see the old helmets from the gladiators back then.
Yeah,
so that's kind of what that reminds me of. There's issue number 6. Number 7. That mean old Dr. Scuba, he's still in the water again. And last issue's number 8 with the Joe Kubert cover.
Oh.
Yeah, I think some of the storyline kind of got kind of tied up the story later on. I think Jim Starlin did a backup feature in Commandy and in Warlord that kind of tied up the loose ends. Maybe, I'm not sure. All right. Take it away, Rod.
All righty. Get us back in here. There we go. All right. Well, let's jump back over to the Peanut Gallery. And thank you so much, Jackson Roy Kirk, for giving me my starting point. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And Lady M says it was annual number 1, Rod, with Namor. Oh, was it? I thought the thumbnail, I thought I saw a thumbnail for it, and it was the one, it was later on. So it's not the one that I was thinking of then. So, but cool. I'll have to check those out today. Leave a good chunk of the afternoon. There may have to be a pizza in my future. And comic book curator 68 says, let's hit the thumbs up and send Shannon our prayers. There we go.
Appreciate that.
And Michael Taylor says, Horror Mike talks a lot about weird tales.
What's a cool pulp? Yeah.
Lost all my comments there for a minute. They blanked out on me. There we go. And the Jackson Roy Kirk says, comic book fever. Nice. I'm on the hunt for one too. Love his Facebook page. Yeah, it's on my list to pick up as well, Jackson. Very cool. Looks like a really fun read. Easy Comic Reader says, 10-4, Jeff. And Comic Book Curator says, I agree, Shannon. 1976 was when I started collecting, and all the gold happened in that first 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, 70s. I mean, I started collecting before that, but that was kind of when I really became a fanatic about comic books. It was like 75, 76 on up through, all my teen years and the, early 20s.
Oh yeah, I remember. Like you said, any pennies you got, whatever you put it all towards comics. I did the same thing throughout all those years. Easy Comic Reader says Grizzly Adams. Lady M says that kid on the comic book Fever cover looks a lot like Michael from Good Times.
Could be.
Yeah. Dr. Von Chilla says, David gave me a sketch that Steranko did of the Jolly Roger flag that Jim drew on David's arm for a Halloween party. David pulled it out of the trash and gifted it to me. Video is in my... Yeah, I was going to say, I think you did a video on it. Yeah, okay, I wasn't imagining it. I remember seeing that. Yeah, he was on just a little piece of paper or something.
I remember.
Yeah, that's cool. Definitely check that out if you get a chance, everybody. Eric Breen says the JSA book from 1998 to 2006 was the best book at DC at the time, and DC had no shortage of good titles in those days.
Oh, I agree, Eric. That's a great series.
I just picked up the the latest one. There. This one here just came out. I just got that one. So
yeah, I have that one. I have that one coming in the mail. So yeah.
So I'm kind of anxious to open her up, crack her open. The Jackson Rock Creek says, I agree with Eric. I was buying DC exclusively from 02 to 08. Very cool stuff. Dr. Monchilla says, big fan of the Norm Brayfogle Batman's Ambush Bug Lives. Hippie Collectible says, Kirby lives.
And he will live on forever.
Yep. The Jackson Roy Kirk says, Omac reminded me of Yondu from the original Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, I can see that.
Yep.
I can see that. Let's see here. And Eric Breen says, hit that like button or the Geeky Puppet Show will come on next week and read for 3 hours. Oh, man. Charles Mardanes says, love me those crazy DC titles like Ambush Bug, Bob the Galactic Bum, and Major Bummer.
Oh, man. I forgot about Major Bummer.
That's fine. I don't think I've ever heard of Bob the Galactic Bum or Major Bummer. I don't recognize those two. But now I wanna check them out. I want to look them up. Lady M says Shannon needs some chicken noodle soup, the Italian cure for all that ails you.
Oh yeah, that's my go-to.
Mike Taylor says, nice book, Shannon. Take it easy on the voice. The Jackson Roy Kirk says, he creates 15 new accounts just to hit the like button. He says, number 3 hour no 3 hour readings. 3 hour readings, man, that would be, that's rough. Maranya says the original plan was to read number 8. Okay, so that's the one. Yeah, number 8 is the one that I remember. That's one of my favorite annuals it's one of my favorite comic books because that's when I think of the quintessential Marvel square bound 25 center, that's the book I think of. It comes to mind. I love that book. I love the cover. I love the art in it. I love the story. It was just very cool. Very cool. She says, so your memory isn't off. The frog changed the plan to do the name or issue instead. Okay. All righty. You could have said that I was wrong the whole way because my memory ain't what it used to be. So I wouldn't have known the difference, but thank you for that, Lady M. Charles says, even Metamorpho is kind of whacked. Yeah. I love Metamorpho. Rex Mason lives. Dr. Vonchilla says Metamorpho is extremely whack. Laughing out loud about it. Michael Taylor says, very cool, JSA Doc. Yeah, that's the new one that just came out. So if you get a chance to head to the LCS, check them out, pick one up. It's a really good read. It really is. Eric K is in the house. Hey, Eric, great to have you with us, brother. He says, good morning, everybody. And Dr. Montilla says, yeah, Michael, that JSA is incredible. Michael Taylor says, I'm going to have to search for that video, Dr. Montilla. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. And while you're there, check out all the rest of them. They're all cool. Eric K says, Rod, give Shannon your address for me. I want to send you something. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think you may already have it. Do you have my address?
It's somewhere around here, like in several piles. I don't even.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Eric. I appreciate that in advance. Thank you very much, sir. And he says, and from last week, Tales of Ghost Castle ran 3 issues. I did not know that. Cool beans. Thank you for that tidbit of knowledge, sir. Dropping comic knowledge on a Saturday morning. Love it. Michael Taylor says, yeah, I would imagine Soup is a good voice. Yes. Dr. Montilla says, I'm making eggs, ham, and cheese, and English muffin this morning. Ham and egg, cheese muffin this morning. English muffin. I cannot read. What is wrong with me? I am making ham and egg and cheese English muffin breakfast sandwiches for lunch today. There we go.
Hey. I want to hear it one more time.
One more. Okay. I'm making ham and egg and cheese.
No, forget it. I don't hear it now. I don't hear
it. Oh, well, I hope you enjoy them, Dr. Montilla. I'm sure you will. And Tony, why not Art? Good morning, sir.
Hey, buddy.
Thanks for hanging out with us this Saturday morning. Appreciate it, sir. He says, good morning, folks. Hope all is well with everybody. And Michael Taylor says, if anything, that JSA is a cover by.
I wonder how many times that image has been homaged anyway.
Yeah, really. Good fair amount, I would say. Eric K says, speaking of last week, I am doing my best Dave Draper imitation by working out as I listen to both of you. There you go. Just don't kick any sand in anybody's face and don't let them kick sand in yours. There you go. And Lady M says, chicken noodle soup is easy to eat. The broth soothes sore throats. The chicken gives protein and the noodles the carbs you need. It's a wonder drug, she says.
Listen to Miranda.
Yeah, that was the go-to for many homes. You know, if you didn't feel good, bring out the chicken soup, the chicken noodle soup. Paul S. is with us this morning. Good morning, Paul. He says, good morning, everyone. And Michael Taylor says, sounds good, Dr. Montilla. And the Jackson Roykirk says, I heard that ham and egg. And if it's collectible saying, hiya, Tony. And Hippie's Collectibles, oops. Dr. Montilla says, howdy, Tony. And Tony says, hey to him. Jackson Roykirk says, I heard that ham and egg post so much, I'm hungry again. I know, I could not spit it out. I don't know what's wrong with me here this morning. Lady M says, stovetop cooked shrimp and cheesy grits are a totally different animal than using instant grits. Stovetop is way, way better, she says. So there you go. You've heard it from Lady M. You can put that in the bank. And Tony says, hi, John. Love what you're preparing for lunch. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Dr. Montilla says, Eric has been inspired by the great Dave Draper. And there you go.
Or no sweat.
Hippies. There you go. We'll do the Hulk Hogan, right? Way. Hippies Collectibles says, do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam. I do not like green eggs and ham. A dramatic reading.
Hippies Collectibles.
Hippies Collectibles says, sheesh, Rod can't talk and I can't type. What a pair we make, huh, Tom? Mark Siniar, the average superhuman, says, Shannon just needs some castor oil. Ooh. Lady M says, sorry, hippie, my hypoglycemia is contagious again today. I like that. Hypoglycemia. Oh, yeah. I love it. Dr. Montilla says, instant grits? What the heck is that? Easy Comic Reader says, Ada Mark. He's laughing at it. And Hippie says, laughing out loud at what Maranya said. And I think that catches us up with the peanut gallery as of right now. Alrighty, well, I got a few. Oh, I've already put them out right in front of me. What am I thinking? There we go. All right, so I got a few to show. We'll throw on the spotlight. Yeah, there we go. I figured I'd show some war comics this morning. I haven't shown any war comics in a while. So I said, well, I'll pull some out. So we'll start off with Marvel's War Hero, and that's Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos. So I figured I'd show, let's see, you got King Size Annual #1.
Oh, nice.
And of course, these are right in Shannon and mine's wheelhouse as far as Marvel 25 square bound beauties.
Absolutely.
You know, had 3 stories in it. We got a cover by Dandy Dick Ayers and inked by Frank Giacoa. So, all right, got to find a place to set them down. And then we got King Size Annual #2.
Nice.
This was D-Day. And King Size Annual #3 in Vietnam.
Stop it, man. You're killing me. Making me spend money I don't have.
Oh, here's another Dick Ayers cover. John Tartaglione or Taglioni was the inker on it. And here is King Size Annual #4, Battle of the Bulge. Looks like Battle of the Cold.
Yeah, okay. I'm not looking forward to winter.
Yeah. If you notice, I'm already wearing a hoodie because it's cold enough down here for me to already wear a hoodie. It's probably like 62 degrees outside this morning. Here we go with King Size Special #6. Come on. Here we go.
Oh, I love the orange color on that. Yeah.
Yeah, that background. Yeah.
You got that date stamp. Everything you'd want in a comic book, right?
Can't beat it. Can't beat it with a stick. And this cover was by John Severin.
Oh, yeah.
So,
like I said, everything you want.
Yes, sir. And then we got King Size Annual Special #7.
Oh, wow. I've never seen that one. Very cool.
Actually, I believe this is off another cover. I can't remember what issue it is, but I believe it's like a touched up cover.
Oh no, repurposing the cover. Who do they think they are? Charlton?
Because that's Baron von Strucker there. So at Armageddon. And then we got a few of the early issues. Sergeant Fury and his Howdy Commandos, number 7, the court martial of Sergeant Fury.
Nice.
Bright yellow and red on there. Boom. The interiors were done by Stan Lee, did the writing. Jack Kirby did the pencils, and he was inked by George Russos. And the cover was done by Kirby and inked by Russos. So,
Russos, a.k.a. George Bell.
And we got number 10 here as Howling Commandos go on to Okinawa. And here's number 11 with the crackdown of Captain Flint.
Nice.
Yeah, they actually had a lot of really nice covers in this series, and it doesn't get a whole lot of attention like the superhero ones, or even I think even the Western ones get more attention than these. Here is Sergeant Fury number 12. I love this cover. It's just iconic.
Oh, that's cool.
And here's number 15. And number 17. I know I have 16 somewhere around it. 16, if I'm not mistaken, I think is that all yellow cover.
Right. Yeah, that's the one with is that the one with Captain America, or is that another one?
No, that's another one. 14, 13, I think is Cap.
Okay.
But I left that one out because I've showed that a billion times. But so I just grabbed a few of the other ones that don't get too much time out of the long box. Here we go with number 19. An eye for an eye.
Oh, I love that old biplane. That's cool.
Where's Enemy Ace?
He's in his plane saluting another plane that he shot down.
As they go crashing down.
He was a very valiant opponent.
Sergeant Fury number 25. Every man my enemy.
What's a guy got to do to take a morning swim by himself?
All righty. Some of those. Let's see here. And I got some DC, so I'll throw up a few of these. And then we'll check in with the Peanut Gallery once again. This is All-American Men of War, number 97.
There we go.
With Johnny Cloud, the Navajo Ace. And here is Men of War number 103.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we all know about the DC War covers. They had a number of awesome covers.
Oh, yeah.
And here is number 105.
Cool. Now, did Marvel have many other war characters other than Sergeant Fury and the Commandos?
They had, what's his name there? With the Leatherneck Raiders there.
Oh, yeah. Captain Savage, yeah.
Savage, there you go. Yeah, Captain Savage.
Yeah.
And they had Combat Kelly.
Right.
They did.
Those were like early 70s books, right?
Yeah.
I got some of those, I think, yeah.
Yeah, Combat Kelly, I believe, were reprints might have been from their Atlas days.
Yeah, you're right.
And then we got Men of War number 106.
Oh, nice.
I like this one.
Yeah.
He's up close. He's, taking on shots and great stuff.
Yeah. I guess the DC I gravitated more towards it because they had like so many different distinct characters for their war books,
Oh yeah, they had a number of war titles, and then we got from the 70s, number one of Battle Classics, or it might
There
even,
you
yeah, yep, was on the rack June 22nd, 1978,
go. Oh yeah, part of the DC explosion.
with a cover by the great Joe Kubert. It
Yes.
reprints Brave and the Bold number 52.
Right.
The first time, yeah, that was the first time that Rock met Johnny Cloud, Haunted Tank. So, story by Robert Kiniger. I'm not sure how you say it.
I think you pronounce that Kanier.
Kanier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
I've been saying it for years as Kiniger.
Yeah. I did too, and I heard somebody talking about it as well. Maybe it's Kanier. I'm still not really sure. So, I might be wrong. I remember I was wrong once back in 1973 or something.
Yeah, the story by him and the art by the great Joe Kubert. So, all righty, let's get us back up here together, and let's go back into the peanut gallery. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there he is. Yeah, Jackson did it again for me. Thank you so much, Jackson. I appreciate that, sir. And he says, the least I can do for all the greatness you and Shannon show us. Well, thank you, sir. You don't know how much I do appreciate it, though. It helps me a lot. Thank you so much. And Lady M says, John, I had to take baby steps to eat grits. I'd never had them before this year. True story. Now I love them, especially on Saturday mornings. It is now a tradition, right? Saturday morning memory, comic book memories and grits. Charles Marndane says, I'd rather have spam. I love it. See, I had to say it that way. Oh, man, don't get me started because I am a huge Monty Python fan. Huge, yeah. Oh man, the Search for the Holy Grail. It's probably my all-time favorite movie. I think it's probably, I must have seen that thing hundreds of times. I just love that thing. When they come up over the hill, and they're,
yeah,
I lose it and I'm laughing the rest of the way. As soon as you see them come up over the hill with I'm done. I just laugh the rest of the way.
And then John Cleese doing the Frenchman up above in the castle. Oh man,
the French Tanta.
Right.
Yes.
That's classic.
You silly English knigget. I never knew what knigget was. It's a phonetic spelling of night. I never knew that till I read the book on Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I mean, I'm talking decades.
Yeah, we could do a whole show on Monty Python. I got like all the show that came on.
Yes,
I saw it on KET as a kid. I was, oh man, I said, and I felt like I was getting away with something because they did the little naughty bits,
Yes, yes.
Later on, I had to get like the DVD set that had all the episodes on it.
Oh yes. That parrot is not dead. It's pining for the fjord.
He's just resting.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I'll be here all day. Dr. Von Chilla says, it seems the change of season has us all in a weird, lovely place. Yes, sir. We're all just kind of feeling our oats this morning. Lady M says, Charles, do you like ham and jam and spam a lot? I get to push the tram a lot. Yes, I love it. Hippie's Collectible says, Sergeant Fury 13 is still on my want list. I can understand why. It's a great story. It really is. Of course, that cover is awesome. Eric Breen says, better to eat ham and eggs than to be a ham and egger. All right, that's right. That's right. You ham and egger. That would be classy Freddie Blassie. He's a ham and egger. Oh, no, that was Bobby Heenan. Bobby Heenan used to call them ham and eggers. And Hippie's Collectible says spam, 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 wonderful spam.
I knew we were going to start something.
There we go. There we go. Lady M says, any excuse to show Nick Fury without a shirt is a good one for me. I knew about the Iron Man thing, Brian. I did not know about Nick Fury, the Nick Fury thing. So, okay.
Yeah. Tony's going to get jealous.
Dr. Monchilla says that Sergeant Fury King Size 1 is another one of those books I always wanted, but never did score. I can understand why. It's a awesome looking book, and it's square bound, 25 cents. Oh, I just love those things. Just holding them in your hand.
Yeah. Definitely a no-brainer.
Quite Enough Sayer says that was right out of my grandma's mouth, Eric. Lady M says it's 56 degrees and heavy rain here. So I sympathize with you, Rod, John, and with you and John and Rod. I hear you. Well, we got sunshine this morning. Come on down to South Texas, Rod. We're still hitting 100 degrees. ECR, if I could, I would. 100 degrees would be awesome for me and my arthritic shoulders. I'll tell you that. The hotter, the better for me. My poor wife, though, and the rest of my family, they don't like it if it gets above 75. Dr. Von Chilla says, Battle of the Bulge. Yes. Comic Book Curator 68 says, winter is beautiful in Florida. We have about 4 months of great weather. Then it's hot. Oh, I tell you, I'd trade those 4 months of great weather or even the hot weather to get away from winters up here. I'm telling you, they are brutal. Michael Taylor says, yeah, I think the first day of fall was yesterday. It's a miserable rainy day here in New York City. New York City! There, I had to say that for Eric Breen and for Maranya. Hippie's Collectible says, didn't Strucker first appear in a Sergeant Fury? I believe he did. I want to say it was, no, I'm thinking number 9, which was, I think, Baron Zemo.
Oh, you're talking about Baron Strucker. Okay, it took me a second. Yeah.
Okay. So, it could be. I'm not sure now. And Lady M says, you don't want attention on some series if you want to collect them at a reasonable price, Rod. Keep that in mind. Yeah. That's it. No, that's terrible. Would never buy another one of those. No. Absolutely. Eric Breen says, too bad Micah isn't here. He loves George Bell like he loves Gil Kane. Oh. And Comic Book Curator 68 says, love the War of Comics, but back in the spinner rack days, there was only Sergeant Rock and maybe one other on the rack. I remember, Our Army at War was a big one, and Our Fighting Forces. Those two I saw a lot of.
Yeah, Star Spangled War Stories, saw those a lot.
Yeah. Dr. Monchilla says the Sergeant Fury 12 centers are extremely desirable. Yeah, and you know what? You really can get those at a decent price. Oh, I shouldn't probably be saying this either, because like Maranya says, they'll be all gone. But no, you really can. Those early issues that I got, I paid more for some of the other superhero stuff that wasn't quite as old as them. So you can still get good deals out there. You just got to be patient. That's all. Like I buy most of them on eBay because none of the comic stores around me have a big back issue selection. So certainly not Silver Age selection. So my go-to is eBay. And Eric K said DC had so many awesome covers thanks to the one and only Joe Kubert.
Oh, yeah. Eric and I have had a lot of discussions about Kubert. Yeah, and you and I have too. So
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, and he doesn't get credit. I mean, I think he gets credit for like his Tarzan stuff and stuff like. But for the war comics that he did, the covers alone are just incredible. Just the perspective that he has, and like the way he sets some of them up so that there's always somebody like peering around the corner type of. I love those.
Just the emotion he put into the faces.
Yes,
the action was great. I mean, I've never been a quote unquote like cover collector, but for Kubert, yes, I am. I would buy any of his stuff just for the cover.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The comic book G-Man. Hey, Rob, how you doing? Hanging out with us this morning. He said, good morning, Peanut Gallery, and a fist bump. And gentlemen, Rod and Shannon, love the Sergeant Fury Commandos, but like always, pleasing to the eyes, the classics you both present. He says, fist bumps and hot. Thanks for that, G-Man. And thank you for that, G-Man. Appreciate that. If you get a chance to check out the comic book G-Man, he's usually on his channel, usually right after we're on, 12:30ish, 1 o'clock, somewhere in there, if I'm not mistaken. So check out his channel when you get the chance as well. And Dr. Bonchilla says, take it easy, Rodney. Ease up, my man. I'm getting a little bit too excited with the DC War books. Seriously. Well, I'm just going to tell you, you better take some meds or something for it because I got more coming on my next round. So, so beware. Mike Taylor says, nice books, Doc, and fantastic covers. Yeah, they have some great war covers, man. Tony says, looking at the earlier comments, and I'm sorry to hear that you are not feeling well, Shannon. Hope you have a speedy recovery, my brother, he says.
Thank you, kind sir. I really appreciate that, brother.
Absolutely. And Lady M says, true fact, John Cleese co-wrote a Superman book about Superman being raised in the UK. The title was Superman, True Brit. Oh, nice. I did not know. I've never even seen that.
Yeah, it's John Cleese and John Byrne. So, yeah, you got it's like a cross between Superman and Captain Britain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, really cool book. This was in one of the long boxes I was going through. That's what I'm saying. I found all kinds of goodies in there. So, yeah.
What's the name of it? What was it? It's
Superman,
Superman True Brit.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down on my pad. True Brit, because that's just too much stuff there that I love.
Yeah, I love a little riff on anybody remember Faulty Towers?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I
this is a fun book.
That.
Yeah.
I gotta have that.
Yeah.
So that is awesome. Thanks for showing that too. And thanks for mentioning that, Maranya. I wouldn't have known anything about that unless you guys showed me that. You two showed me that. Comic Book G-Man says, Night, yes, love the Holy Grail, just like the History of the World by Mel Brooks. Oh, yes, Mel Brooks is a whole nother rabbit hole for movies for me. So, yes. The Inquisition. Here we go. The Inquisition.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Charles Mardane says, I just got back from England. I saw that castle and went to Liverpool. I'm still not back on Earth. Awesome. Dr. Von Chilla says, The Fury? Oh my goodness, Maranya. Oh my goodness. You go, girl, he says, laughing out loud. Ranger Sly. Good morning, Ranger Sly. Great to have you with us, sir. Our neighbor to the north. I watched him last night on the Fossil Show. He was one of the guests along with Leo, Time Travel Comics. So showed some awesome books last night, Ranger Sly. Great stuff. Those what was it? Gene Autry's, I believe he was showing. Great stuff, man. And he says, Eric Breen says, New York. There you go. New York City. I said it for you, Eric, and for you, Maranya, as well. I knew. That's one of the things when you do one of the Geeky Puppet Show readings. Whenever somebody mentions a city, usually New York City, you have to, everybody repeats it together as one. New York City. So it's like a rite of passage, I think, on the Geeky Puppet Show. Lady M says, hey, I like me some comic book beefcake, John. Tony Stark is number 1. Wonder Man is number 2. And the classic Nick Fury is number 3 on the list. Well, there we go. Whoops. My list, my comments keep, whenever I move the list, the comments blank out. I don't know what's up with that. Michael Taylor says, yeah, and it's a beautiful thing if you can get a perfectly square spine on those, yes, on the square bounds, or have the spine, the paper intact on the spine. Yes, absolutely. The Jackson Roy Kirk says, you must be punished for that, Ranger Sly. Put all your Western comics away for a month. He was showing some great stuff last night. Definitely check it out. If you didn't get a chance, check out the 4-Color Fossil show from last night. You won't regret it. Dr. Von Chilla says, indeed, the desire to show awesome books without causing an unintentional spike in their price. Yes. I don't know if we'd have that much influence on them. I don't know. But you never know. Ranger Sly's whoa, he's giving a what's going on? Easy Comic Reader says, sounds like it's heating up in Maranya's house. And Maranya says, not to worry, Ranger. You can catch up on the replay, or if this was in the summer back in the day, the rerun. Lady M says, ECR, I can neither confirm nor deny that. Blame Jackson for sending me on an epic, pun intended, collection of Iron Man number 3. Ranger Sly says, let's not forget that Charlton also had many war titles. Yes, sir. I got some of them down here. I might get to show them. I got them. My Charlton's down here in a box next to me, so I may get to show some of those Charlton. I mean, Ranger. So the Jackson Rourke says, hey, epic. ECR says, Maranya, he's sending you love. Dr. Manchilla says, Rodney, did you say heart or hot? I can't tell the difference. I'm not sure what I was talking about. I could have said either. Hot. I think I said hot. If I was talking about those emojis when G-Man had wrote some emojis in his comment. I think I said, I hope it said hot. I'm pretty sure that's what I meant to say anyway. It's that main accent up here. Yes, sir. Dr. Manchilla says, faulty powers, laughing out loud. Yes. Gotta love faulty towers. Comic book G-Man, epic. Always excellent taste. Fish Bob. Mike Taylor says, funny how Shannon pulled it right out after Maranya mentioned the book.
Was not planned. Was not planned. It was just back here. Swear to God.
Was there some collaboration there? If not, it was just perfect timing.
Serendipity. That's what we'll call it.
There you go. Lady M says, Michael, Shannon has the magic long box, much like Eric has the magic couch when it comes to showing comics. So true. So true. Comic Book G-Man says, yes, the French Inquisition. Laugh every time I love that part. Yes, the Inquisition. Higgy Pop is in the house. There we go. Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
In. He says, I'm working. What's up, Peanut Gallery? Hey, great to have you with us. Even if you're just sticking your head in for a little bit. Great to have you with us, Higgy. Easy Comic Reader says, Higgy Pop. Ranger Sly says, Charlton had battlefield action, fighting Marines, fighting Army, fighting Navy, World at War, Attack, and many others. Yeah, they had so many war
Charlton had some great war books. I tell you, one of my favorite characters was that little storyline that ran was the Private War of Sergeant Willie Schultz. Great story. Yeah.
Yep. One I got into picking up was the stories in fighting, I think it's Fighting Air Force, of the American Eagle character. So, yes, they have some great characters, great books. The Comic Book G-Man says, the Fossil Show is awesome. Just watched the other day. Excellent bunch of dudes. Yes, they are. Absolutely. A lot of comic book knowledge and a lot of comic books, period, in the collection amongst all of those guys over there.
So. A lot of comedy, too, intentional or unintentional.
Michael Taylor says, Maranya, yes, Eric's magic couch. Laughing out loud. And Dr. Von Chilla says, Shannon pulling out True Brit in an instant is Shannon at the peak of his powers. Charles Mardane says, wifey is pulling my ear. Gotta go. Have a good week. I'll watch the rest later. Well, thank you very much, Charles. Greatly appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. Take care. Have a great rest of your week and weekend.
Bye, Charles.
Lady M says, take care, Charles, and stay safe. Ranger Sly says, thanks for the kind words, Rod. Always an honor to be invited to join the Fossils. Yes, it is. It is. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So, Dr. Von Chilla says, see you later, Charles. And Comic Book Curator says, I just showed some of those Charlton War books on my Instagram. They are fantastic. I'll have to check that one out. I don't think I've seen that one yet.
Haven't either.
If you get a chance, on Instagram, Comic Book Curator 68, he does these little, I think they call them reels on there, but they're like little mini movies of his collections.
Yeah, great. Got some good reels on there.
Yeah, great stuff. A lot of great. He's got an awesome collection. You got an awesome collection, Jeff. I mean, that's incredible. Jambo's Comics is here. Jambo, great to have you with us, brother.
Hey, Jambo.
He says, made it just late. Hello, gang. Well, we're glad you're spending part of your Saturday hanging out with us, sir. Thank you very much. Lady M says, hey there, Jimbo. Oh, and Betty, too. Comic Book Curator Jeff says, good morning to Jimbo. And Jackson Roykirk says, hey, Betty. I mean, Jambo. Jimbo Comics says, Maranya. Betty says hello. And Dr. Von Chilla says, Higgy, you need to ditch that working thing. Life is so much better without it. Laughing out loud. Yes, sir. Jambo Comics says, Jackson, Comic Book Curator. Hello, guys. Lady M says, John works all the time. Don't let him fool you, Higgy. He's Pauline's full-time cat servant. And Dr. Von Chilla getting a chuckle out of that, too. Comic Book Curator Jeff says, thank you, sir. My daughter is my editor.
Awesome.
All righty. Well, that catches us up with the Peanut Gallery for now. You ready for round two?
Yeah, I can show a few more.
Okie doke. Here we go.
We were talking about the winter coming and how much we hated winter. Well, my son and daughter-in-law and two oldest grandkids went camping last night. It's just probably about 40 minutes from here. Just a little nice spot with a creek and all that. So they are squeezing the last little bit of summer out of this year. And he sent me some pictures of my two oldest grandkids sitting in the creek
Oh yeah, having fun, man.
Yeah.
That's summer right there.
Yeah. There's my son and daughter-in-laws, Brandon and Ricky.
Very cool.
We don't look anything alike. That poor kid. Uh, his oldest grandson, Alder.
Oh wow.
And here's him and his older sis right there. It's Ada. So I just, any chance to show off my grandkids.
Hey, don't blame
All
you
right.
one bit.
Since we're kind of on a Jack Kirby motif, I thought I'd show a couple more series. You guys might have heard of this.
Oh yes. Yes.
Forever People.
Vaguely familiar.
Vaguely familiar. I got really fortunate on these when I started. I had a lot more, let's say, expendable income back in the 90s. And that's when I was had a subscription to the Buyer's Guide. And you remember all the ads that were in there.
Oh yes.
So I bought all kinds of like lots, and they were selling like Bronze Age lots. So I think I got like the whole lot of these. I had a couple issues, but I think I had bought the whole lot for like $40.
Oh
High
wow.
grade. Yeah. So got pretty fortunate on that. There's number 2. Here's number 3.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that cover either.
Yeah. Beware of the justifiers. The next victim may be you.
Dun dun
Yeah.
dun.
You can't have the fourth world without the anti-life. And Glorious Godfrey, who, as everyone knows, was based on Stan Lee, to his chagrin. Here's another copy of that one. Probably one of my first. And number 4, we're getting into the 25-cent giants, which I love this period.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah, these prices aren't what I paid. That was like all these books were in that lot, so I just need to rebag them. Here we have the Evil Carnival Gang. And who could forget Sonny Sumo?
It's good to see that I'm not the only one that has comics still in their original bags that I got them in, and it's over 20 years old.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better. I'm going through all these. I just haven't got to this run yet where I've been rebagging and board and everything.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you.
And there's number 6. And it's very cool. We got a Sandman reprint in the back.
Oh, wow.
Sandman and Sandy.
Cool.
That's probably half the reason I got these. And more 25-cent, 52 big page goodness. Number 7.
Cool.
And number 8. And more Sandman goodness in the back. And it's probably my favorite cover of this run. This is number 9.
Well, yeah.
Yes,
that's one of the few that I do have. Yeah.
Yes, starring Dead Man.
Yes.
It's almost like a picture frame cover. The Marvels. Great cover. I think this was my original because it's got a color tear right there. So, of course, you have to upgrade,
Yes. Absolutely.
And we get into the 20-cent era. First in comics, best in comics.
Yep.
Shout out to Dr. Von Chilla. He knows what I'm talking about. And last issue, number 11, The Infinity Man Returns. Cool series.
Cool. Very cool.
Another Kirby series I'm really fond of. Probably after Commandy, probably my favorite Kirby series when he came to DC. Sandman. Love this character.
Oh, yes.
A Simon and Kirby special. And here's I think this is probably a better copy.
Awesome.
And here is what a lot of people are calling a variant cover. I think it was just a mistake at the printers. So several of these guys out here, we have the purple cover.
Aha.
Who doesn't like a purple cover? Pretty cool there.
Nice.
Here's my original Sandman number 2. It's kind of well loved.
Oh, yes. How
many times did I read this? Let me count the ways.
Oh.
There's an upgrade. And I think this is even the better upgrade because I think that one had some ticks on the spine. Here's a cool cover. This is number 3.
Oh, cool.
It's not a comic book unless you have a sleeping kid, a guy coming out of the dream zone, and a gorilla with a cybernetic brain.
Who drew that cover? Who drew that cover? I can't make it out.
Named Kirby.
I can't make it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm bringing myself here. Here's number 4. There's that Sandman guy again. When you think about these covers, they're kind of creepy. What's he doing in that kid's room? I think this is my original. Yeah. And this must be another breening I'm giving myself. Here's my original number 5. This is actually in really good shape for being a childhood copy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I always loved this, sort of like, he was, it's one of those motifs that Kirby was always good for, like the little kid on his own, he's orphaned, it's like the Newsboy Legion and the Boy Commandos, right, and Mandy, and, it's like his grandfather was a lighthouse keeper and his grandfather died and he had to go live with the evil aunt and uncle, and like his only friends were Sandman and Brute and Glob. So I kind of sympathize with that. Not that I lived that, but, just those kind of stories always pulled me in.
Yeah.
This character didn't make a whole lot of appearances after this. I know he showed up in a Justice League annual later on, like late 70s, early 80s. And I think he was in a Wonder Woman story in the late Bronze Age. And I think he showed up like in Infinity Incorporated. I think Hawkman's son, the Silver Scarab, became Sandman for a while. And he actually, this character actually showed up in the Sandman TV series. The little kid was wearing this costume.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Breen. And number 6, I was like the colors on this cover. We have him, Dr. Spider. The Sandman is dead. They're always dead, but they always seem to come back. And there's another one. All right, guys, I've breened myself enough.
All righty. Let's see here. All right, let's check out the peanut gallery. Let's see what's happening. Thank you once again, Jackson. I appreciate that more than you will ever know. Mark Siniar, the average superhuman, says, Shannon, mix you up a hot toddy for that sore throat.
I got just the thing for that.
Easy Comic Reader says, Proud Papa Shannon.
Oh yeah, I actually got a hat that says Proud Papa.
Oh, cool beans. Eric K says, I hate summer. Lived in South Florida for too many years. I actually like winter. Oh man, I trade places with you. Come on up to the frozen tundra that is Maine.
Nobody's ever satisfied.
Jimbo Comic says, all right, some Kirby goodness. Yes, sir. Michael Taylor says, Shannon, Great family pictures. Love them.
Thanks, sir.
And Hippies Collectible says, Forever People, The Eternals, Commandy. How I love those original runs.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing wrong with them. Dr. Von Chilla says, Eric K., enjoying summer is for psychopaths. Come to Pennsylvania during the month of October and experience ultimate bliss and wardrobe magnificence.
I'm going to have to head that way. I don't want to miss the magnificence.
Oh, yeah. Up around these parts, September, we're just coming into what they call the leaf peeper season, where people come up to see the fall foliage. So it's just about ready to hit. So that's a big touristy time up here. Easy Comic Reader says, purple covers. Yes. Purple cover. Oh, purple. No. Michael Taylor says, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Fun to bag and board, but not when you have as much books as Shannon has. It's a never-ending job. It's a never-ending job.
You just have to learn to enjoy the process.
Yep. Exactly.
But the process is long because when you're rebagging, you say, oh, I haven't read this in a while.
Yep. And next thing you know, a couple hours have passed and you've bagged 5 books. Oh, let's see. Easy Comic Reader said, oh, Nurple. Oh, okay. So his last one here, it says purple covers, yes. Purple Nurple, no. Ah, there we go. We got your back, Easy. The comic book G-Man says, and the Sandman, he was shown in the Sandman series as well, paying a salute to Jack Kirby. So good. So there you go. You had mentioned that. Yeah. Lady M says that purple cover from Sandman 1 looks like it's actually a faded cover rather than a variant. Some of the old printing inks were especially sensitive to sunlight and faded weirdly. Very true.
Yeah, it was just a lot of people are selling it as a variant, and it's cool. I love it, but it's not really. It's just a printing error, So
did they do that for like a Daredevil one too? That one where he was hugging the tombstone thing or whatever? Wasn't that a purple?
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that one. It's something to look into.
I bet you Dr. Von Chilla knows that one. I bet you he knows that answer.
Yeah, he showed that book. He's shown that book on his channel a lot.
Yes. Dr. Von Chilla, speaking of the Dr. Von Chilla, keep the stream going as Shannon seems to be getting better before our very eyes.
I hope so, brother. I hope so.
Well, I tell you, there's been times where I've started off the show and not felt quite up to par, but by the end, I feel happy. Oh, so happy.
Yeah, I was telling Rod, my alarm went off, and I was like, oh, and I was all clogged up, and I was like, do you feel like crap? Yes. Do you really want to lay here in bed? Yes. Do you want to miss the show? No. So.
Oh, well, we're glad you were able to do it. We appreciate it. Believe me. Eric K says, I agree, John. Fall in the North Georgia mountains is beautiful as well. The only thing like about summer is the long days. Fall is best. That's my wife. She loves the fall.
Yeah.
Me, I'm totally a summer guy. The hotter the better. I love it.
I'm with Eric's wife. I love fall.
Rob Brown. Hey, Rob. Great to have you with us, sir.
Rob. Another Georgia guy. Good morning, Rob.
He says, good morning to all. Great to have you with us again on a Saturday morning, Rob. Comic book curator says, good morning, sir. Michael Taylor says, nice book, Shannon.
Thanks, sir.
Dr. Von Chilla says, I always wanted the purple variant of Sandman #1. Actually, it may be the first variant I was ever aware of, as I've known of its existence since the late 1970s.
Wow. Huh? I didn't know about it till the 90s.
Yeah, I didn't know about it till I think you just told me. I was today old, as the kids say.
Yeah.
Paul S. says, love those Sandman books.
Oh, yeah.
Comic Book G-Man says, love it, Shannon. Good whiskey. My go-to is chartreuse on the rocks. Cures everything. Eric Breen says, I should get a percentage of all the breening that's going on. That's it. If you ever, what do they call it? Copyrighted breening, the term or whatever, you'd be making a mint. Mark Sinyard says, hot toddy ingredients include bourbon of choice, honey, lemon juice, and a peppermint. Lady M says, it's trademark infringement, Eric. Eric Breen says, better is a relative term. And Dr. Von Chilla says, there are indeed blue and purple variants of DD 182. The blue is most definitely harder to find. There we go.
I know he would know.
Yep, I knew he'd have the answer. Thank you very much, John. Appreciate that. And that catches us up with the Peanut Gallery at this point. Very cool. All righty. Well, I got another little stack to show. So we'll throw those up on the spotlight. Okay. We'll start off with some Weird War Tales and the Creature Commandos at number 112. Nice Medusa cover.
Oh, well, I don't think I've ever seen that one. Love Weird War Tales.
Very neat. Very neat. And we got another Weird War Tales. This is number 75. 3 thrillers in one issue. All for 40 cents. Looks like a Kubert cover. Is that a Kubert
Joe
cover?
Kubert cover, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So.
Yeah, it's right on the bottom there.
Does it? Oh, there it is right there. Yep. I was looking all over the place, except my finger was right there over it. There we go with Men of War, number 10. Got a little enemy ace action in there.
Yeah, Grave. That was another cool character.
Cool stuff. And now we're going to go back in the Wayback Machine to Black Hawk, number 188.
Nice.
Little giant. And Black Hawk 204. And Black Hawk 210. Which way will Black Hawk die? Dun, dun, dun.
Which way will he die? Which way will he die?
And now we'll skip over to PT Boat Skipper Captain Storm. And this is number 11.
Nice.
Again, this is one of those series that is still relatively inexpensive. Whoops. To collect. And it's only, I believe, 18 issues, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think I maybe have like one issue of that, 1 or 2 issues.
So, I mean, it's and of course, the reason I had to get these was because of the go-go checks, part of the go-go treks. Well, then down the rabbit hole I went, and I said, well, it's only 18 issues or so. So, yeah, I went through and picked them all up. So, and you're not the only one breening yourself, because I just realized I had two copies of it. So, what is that? The TNT Tea Party. Boom, boom. And then we got a little GI Combat. Special issue number 140. The Last Tank. Death of a Juggernaut. Face of the Enemy. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. That's why we're talking about the emotion in the characters that Kubert draws.
Yeah, just look at that guy. Look at his face.
Yeah. You got the fear and determination, and then you got the evil look from the Nazis.
That's it. Look at that.
Yeah, I would buy that just for cover.
Absolutely. And here's a little go-go check action on this one for GI Comet, number 124.
Nice.
Kaboom, kaboom. This is Johnny Cloud is it starring in this one. Navajo Ace. This is, oh my gosh, this is going to be difficult because this is like a deep purple cover. Looks like 123. Looks like 123. Don't hold me to it. And this one here, let's see. It is a dark cover.
You gotta love those angles on those covers, you know, the perspective.
Yeah. That's why I say he was a master of it. He did a wonderful job. And now we got Sergeant Rock's Easy Company in Our Army at War. This is number 151. And this one also is recognizable because it says, "Who is the blazing enemy we dare not show on the cover?" Who? And I believe it's Enemy Ace.
Nice.
So hold on, I want to make sure. For some reason, I just want to make sure. Oh, we got to show the Bill Big Frankie. Bill Big Frankie.
You gotta love those Aurora model kits.
That's it. Hold on, we're gonna. Yeah, sir. There we go.
Oh,
Enemy
yeah.
Ace.
Man.
What a great character. Great character. And this one right beside it is the greatest Superman products ever made. Coming your way in 65. Kenner Products, Aurora Plastics, Ben Cooper, Color Forms. Oh my gosh, everything.
Oh, color forms. I used to have some color forms.
I gotta. There we go.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I used to have a couple of the Peanuts sets.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, loved them.
Oh, cool. All right. I'll put this over here for a moment. All right. Our Army at War. We got number 162. And this highlights Sergeant Rock teaming up with the return of the Viking Prince.
Oh, there you go. Two great Kubert characters.
Did you ever see the Viking Prince episode on what was it, Justice League Unlimited? I think it was the animation.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, they did a whole thing where they told about his origin and stuff like that. Yeah, it was really cool. I was so psyched when I saw that they were doing that. I was like, oh man, because I had recently had picked this up just before that. So I didn't know anything about the Viking Prince other than it was an old DC character. You know?
Yeah, I knew. I mean, I've seen all the episodes, but I don't remember that. I'm gonna have to go back and check that out.
I'm pretty sure it was one of the Justice League cartoons. It was either Unlimited or the one just before that.
Yeah,
and it was part of a story, and they needed to. Was it? They needed to get something, and they found his ship frozen in the ice. His Viking ship frozen in the ice.
That does sound familiar now that you talk about the ship frozen. Yeah.
And Wonder Woman was, I believe it was Wonder Woman relaying the story about the legend of the Viking Prince. And they were getting ready to fight Black Manta, if I remember.
Oh, that's cool.
So, but yeah, it was really, really neat, you know. Talk about serendipity. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And then we got Our Army at War number 146.
Wow.
Somebody's gonna get a cold.
I think it was me.
Yeah. All right, we got some Our Fighting Forces now with number 61. It's got a complete with a date stamp on it. We got Gunner and Sarge. Gunner and Sarge.
That guy with the red hair. I was like, wow.
I don't know if you can see it right up there is the date stamp right over the T. So.
Yeah, that guy at the bottom's like, run away, run away. Oh, look, it's a shark.
Yeah. No. And this is Gunner and Sarge and Our Fighting Forces number 73. And Pooch. Gunner, Sarge, and Pooch. Can't forget Pooch.
Can't forget Pooch.
He needs equal billing.
Yeah, I think him and Crypto had a couple team ups.
Yeah. And number 77 of Our Fighting Forces. Under new management. And here is number 79.
So cool.
And number 80.
Don't come back.
And a couple more here is 84.
Oh, yeah.
I love that one. It's coming right at him. Oh, that's not going to end well.
Yeah.
And to round it out this round, it's number 85.
Yeah.
So, all righty. There we go. Let's get us back up here. There we go. All righty. And we'll jump over to the peanut gallery. Thank you again, Jackson. You're a lifesaver. Tony, Why Not Art says, take care, everyone. Have a great weekend. Feel better, Shannon.
Thanks, sir. Have a great weekend, Tony.
Yes, Tony. Have a great rest of your weekend. And enjoy the rest of your week as well. And Hippies Collectibles says, later, Tony. Dr. Von Chilla says, see you later, Tony. Lady M says, take care, Tony, and stay safe out there. Tony says, later, Tom. And Rob Brown says, Creature Commandos. So on my radar these days. I think it's on a lot of people's radar with the announcement they're going to make a cartoon, was it? Was it a cartoon?
Yeah.
So, Tony Why Not Art says, thank you, Maranya, as well. And later, John, he says. And Lady M says, uh-oh, Rod, you better go easy on those war comics. We don't want John getting all hot and bothered over there.
Oh, he's sitting on his hands right now. You can guarantee it.
Yep, exactly. Rob Brown says, heard they are making a Creature Commandos feature film.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
No, I remember hearing the announcement about the cartoon, the animated thing. So, cool beans. Easy Comic Reader says, Weird War Tales, all-time favorite. Yeah.
Great series.
Quite Enough Sayer says, right there with you, Easy. WWT rocks. Yes, sir. Easy fist bumping QNS. Dr. Von Chilla says, love the transition of the Blackhawk Squadron from black leather to fire red shirts. Nothing screams Blackhawk like fire red, but still not quite as bad as the disco outfits of the 1970s. So, wow. Yeah, they do take a lot of heat for those disco outfits, right? Maranya says the Haunted Tank cover was 123, Rod. Thank you very much, Maranya, because I could not see that to save my life. I was guessing. Quite Enough Sayer says, if Taylor Swift is Dazzler, might we see a disco comeback? Been waiting since 1980. Too old to groove. Michael Taylor says, Doc, it's been a while since you mentioned it. Have you completed the Go-Go Chicks cover run yet? Oh, no, not even close. I think I still need 44 issues out of the 537. So I gotta, and the majority of those are romance comics, which are going up in price. But there are other ones that are key books, key Batman books, like first appearance of Poison Ivy, the first appearance of the Scarecrow, first appearance of Batgirl, like those ones there. So I don't fully expect I'll ever get those, but I am gonna get the facsimile reprints, and I'm gonna count those. If they have the Go-Go checks on them, I'm counting them. So
There you go.
Yeah. Dr. Von, thank you for asking, Michael. I appreciate that. Dr. Von Chilla says, Rodney, the first enemy ace? Gasp. Yes, sir. I love Enemy Ace. Trying to collect all his comic book appearances. So just one of the many rabbit holes. You have to be careful how I walk over here, because there's so many rabbit holes.
Oh, they're all over the place in here. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. This collectible says, laughing out loud. Wow, Batman color forms. Yes, sir, Bob. Batman. Michael Taylor says, great Enemy 8 splash page. Yeah, that's cool. That'd make a great poster. Great. Dr. Monchilla says, teaming Sergeant Rock and the Viking Prince. Nothing weird about that. Dr. Monchilla also says, indeed, that is the Spider-Man color forms I had as a child. They made such cool Batman merchandise in the mid 60s. Just great stuff, man. Michael Taylor says, great Batman color forms. Had that one. Loved the color forms. Yes, sir. Whoops. There we go. Easy Comic Reader says, that's it, Doc. I'm all jazzed up to read some more comics this afternoon. Our job here is done. Rob Brown says, love the short runs. Those are great war books, Rod. Yes, they are. A lot of great artwork in them, a lot of great stories, and they don't get the recognition that most of the superhero ones get and stuff. So definitely worth peeking at and taking a read. QNS says, our fighting forces are the dog Pooch. Yes, Pooch needs to get proper billing. Dr. Von Chilla says, Rodney, mercy, you're killing me with the DC war. Oh, man. Michael Taylor says, Doc, is that color forms from your childhood? Nice books, Doc. Fantastic covers. No, this is not from my childhood. I bought that off of eBay. I'd love to pick up as much of that Batman merchandise from the mid 60s, late 60s as I can. But it's so outrageously priced in some cases. But that wasn't. And I said, you know what? I'm pushing, buy it now. So, but yeah, very cool. Eric Breen says, I've got nothing to say. I don't know why you read this. Okay. All right. You got me. Michael Taylor says, bye, Tony. Why not, Art? And the comic book G-Man says, made the weekend right, gentlemen. Thank you as always. Thank you for hanging out with us, Rob. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. So good luck on your show this afternoon, sir. And Lady M says, what? You're not ready to monologue, Eric? You didn't get a chance to last night in the readings. Uh-oh, no monologue chance last night? For a 2-hour plus reading? You should have snuck some monologuing in, Eric. Comic Book Curator 68 says, yeah, I hate that they are making the creatures into a movie. It makes it hard to collect now with all the speculation going on, driving up the price. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the byproduct of comics becoming popular and being made into another medium like that. Excuse me. Michael Taylor says, oh, right, you mentioned that the Batman ones will be the most challenging. Yes, they will, unfortunately. But I'm going to cheat. I'll use the facsimile ones. Dr. Von Chilla says, too old to groove? Never. I used to groove when the sun came up, but I can still go until 9 p.m. Oh, I love it. It's the best chat group ever. Ever. Easy Comic Reader says, yes, sir, Jeff, I was lucky to have all the Commando issues before the hype, but it's harder to find the older ones. Yes, it is. Those first, 10 issues are really up there now. Rob Brown says, I picked up 2 of the facsimiles of the first appearance of Poison Ivy, a foil cover and a regular cover. Yeah, I think I did too. I think I picked up both of those as well when that came out. Cover, yes. He says, saw them on Dr. Strangelife's channel and just had to have them. I understand. Totally. Dr. Von Chilla says, buy it now was the best and worst thing to happen to eBay. I don't remember it not being on there.
Worst thing to happen to your wallet, anyway.
Yeah. So, Eric Breen says, I was robbed. Didn't get the monologue. Maranya says, oh, there are plenty of monologues in that 2+ hour reading, but not from Eric. Froggy and I believe Puppeting got all the monologues. I was even robbed of my clobbering times. Oh, that's a crime. You got to get to say your clobbering time. Oh, my gosh. Hippies Collectible says, peace. Collect what you like. Love what you collect. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate that. Oh, let's see. Oh, it's closing in right on 12 o'clock almost.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Von Chilla says, peace to you too, Tom. And who we got here? Lady M says, take care, Rod and Shannon. Don't forget the chicken soup, Shannon. Also, take care. All the wonderful nutty peanut gallery and the super nutty nuts of the day out there. Oh, while I got, hopefully, I should have mentioned this earlier. Unfortunately, there won't be a show next weekend, next Saturday. Why, you ask? Because my family and I will be here. This is another family tradition. We've missed it the last 2 years because of, one was because of COVID. The second was because of my health issues. But we're going to try and make it next Saturday. I've been going to this fair since I was knee-high to a grasshopper with my parents. So it's a long-time family tradition. It's only on for 4 days. So we're gonna try and make it. My son's coming down to meet us and go up with us and everything. So I'm looking forward to it. So
good deal.
So I apologize for the interruption in comic book memories, but we'll be back the following week and we'll be twice as good, right?
Yeah. And I was telling Rod earlier, Veterans Day weekend, November 11th, I'll be gone because we're having the big comic show here. So my son and I are going to that, and I'll probably go do something for my folks for their anniversary. So I'll be out that weekend.
So we'll just keep that. We'll bring it up over the next couple of weeks too. So everybody will remember. So, but yeah, next week, unfortunately, we won't be here, but we'll be ready to go the following week. So hope you'll all join us on that when we come back. So let's see what else is going on here. Let's see. Maranya says, okay, I read that one. And Paula says, did you get the Batman 1 facsimile foil? It looks awesome. No, I didn't get the Batman #1 yet. I think I may pick that up when I get to the comic shop again. So, Easy Comic Reader says, take care, everyone. Finish off that bottle of hooch, Shannon, and you'll forget you were ever sick. Mark Sinyard said, peace, everyone. Shannon, I hope your throat feels better.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
And Dr. Monchilla says, great stream as always. Hope to see you all next time. Please love yourselves, he says. Thank you very much, John. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Lady M says, wait, is this another strawberry fiasco, Rod? oh, you better bring me back some good souvenirs for that payment. Okay. Oh yes, yeah. It's a good old time country fair, and it. I go to the fair for one reason. Well, two reasons. One, the nostalgia for me, but number two, food. Oh, it's the best food ever. It's the best food ever. Jackson Roykirk says, no apologies, Dr. S. Family first. Well, thank you, Jackson. I appreciate that. I may even bring some pictures back and be able to share a little bit of my experience with you. It's a lot of fun. Comic book curator Jeff says, that's cool, Doc. Enjoy yourself. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Will do. Jambo Comics says, great show. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Jambo. Appreciate it, sir. Easy Comic Reader says, exactly. The Jackson Roykirk. Family first. Yes. Yes. Appreciate it. Thank you. Michael Taylor says, unfortunately, I missed out on a lot of the facsimile books. I didn't know that they were making them for a few years. Batman 1 and the first Penguin is out. I'm going to try and get those. Yeah, I may grab those myself just because I've never actually read that Batman 1 story that I know of. I might have as a reprint somewhere in the down the line over the years, but I think I might get that. Eric Breen says, just show a rerun. Most of us don't remember we've already seen it.
If we're being honest here.
Yes, that's very true. You're right, Eric. Rob Brown says, just a word about collecting. When I was young, the comics were magic to me. As the years have gone by, I have immersed myself in many different types of comics. These days, I tend to focus on Quite Enough Sayer says, hope you're feeling better, Shannon. Enjoy that fair, Rod. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Sounds like fun, Doc and Shannon. Have fun.
Thank you.
Rob Brown, he concentrates on superheroes. What I began with, laughing out loud. Yeah, my first love in comics will always be the superheroes. I mean, it's just the first thing I saw. Well, the first thing I saw on TV. Birdman, Space Ghost, all those guys. And then to find out there were actual magazines or books that I could buy with characters like them in it, I was in heaven. So,
absolutely.
The Jackson Roykirk says, yes, show a rerun. I'll need my fix. I wonder if I can do that somehow. I got to figure out, maybe I can do that. Rob Brown says, the stuff is still magical to me. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is. Michael Taylor says, great show as always. Had a blast. Feel better, Shannon.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that.
And Maranya says, rerun episode 31 or 32. That deserves a rerun. Oh, I am never going to live that down. And neither should I. The Jackson Roykirk says, yes, rerun both episodes 32. Jackson Roykirk says, ask Micah about posting a rerun. He's done it before. Yeah, I think he was running one today. After our show, I think he said he was going to run one. So, yeah, I definitely have to hit Mike up on that, how to do that. So, thank you for that. All right, everybody, that catches us up. Thank you all once again for being with us this Saturday. We appreciate it. You guys make the show for us.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's and like I say, guys, I apologize for my voice, but hopefully I'll get over this stuff just in time to go back to work Monday. But yeah, I appreciate all the well wishes and good thoughts. So thank you.
So we won't see you next Saturday, but we'll be back the following Saturday, same bat time, same bat channel. Hope you all will come back and join us in the Peanut Gallery once again. We look forward to it. We'll have a bunch more fun then. Doing anything special this weekend before we go, Shannon?
No. I'm just gonna chill out and probably have some chicken noodle soup, like Maranya said, and take my meds. I'll be walking around and sound like a pill bottle, but that's about it. Just try to get over this stuff. How about yourself?
No, we don't have anything on the agenda. My wife wants to go to Hobby Lobby, so might go over there with her and check out what they got for Halloween decorations. I might come back with a few things because it's coming. It's coming. It's a little over a month away, so we gotta decorate for it. So,
Oh yeah.
but other than that, no, probably just catch up on some videos. I need to catch up on some Higgy videos. I think there's a Dr. Von Chilla video I got to catch up on. I got your videos I got to catch up on. So I think that's probably what I'll be doing. And like I said, there may be a pizza in my future.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right.
All right, everybody. Have a great couple of weeks. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks again for hanging out with us. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care, everybody.